Nome 9 is tomorrow, y'all. Are y'all ready? Are y'all finally ready to see Aver versus Loaded Lux? Like, this is a long, outstanding grudge match since forever. Like, at least going back 9 years. Alright, so it's finally happening tomorrow. I got y'all on the live recaps. So I want to do my predictions, okay? So y'all bear with me. I'm going to start from my least favorite matchup to my best. Alright, the first one is John the Don versus Jack Boy Maine. Now, John the Don recently battled New Jersey Twerk off of the resolution card. I was very disappointed, okay? He talked mad-ish in promotion. He did his own little promotion where he kept poking at Twerk. He was hella confident. He seemed like he really wanted this battle with Twerk just for him to drop the ball. You know, and his material wasn't all that to me. It was kind of anticipated, like Twerk knew what he was going to say, you know? So I was really disappointed also that he didn't allow Jack Boy Maine to spit a few bars when Jack Boy wanted to, you know, intervene in Twerk's round, which happens all the time in battle rap, you know? So I felt like he wasn't being a good sport about that. Now, John is known for stealing, you know, he'll probably steal a battle rapper's style or his bars, but kind of like do it in his own way, you know? So he do have a history of that, but most of the time he comes with it though. Most of the time John the Don never drops the ball. He was great in the battle with Harlow the Don and in the battle with Old Red. I personally got him beating Harlow, and with Old Red, I personally got him beating Old Red because Old Red was stumbling too much in his rounds, okay? But other than that, John, the only battle he lost recently to me is his last battle with Twerk. Okay, now the angle I feel he can use against Jack Boy Maine, of course, is the fact that Jack Boy don't really get good looks. He do get looks on band, but not really on the main stage like that. You know, also that stupid Tech 9 tack that he got on his neck. Okay, also the fact recently he was exposed for having a fake ass chain that he got from Walmart. Okay, so those are the angles, great angles that I feel John should definitely use against Jack Boy. Now with Jack Boy Maine, I'm sure it's no secret to y'all that I really don't care for this brother, okay, but I will be unbiased when it comes to his battles, even though I don't like him, okay. His last battle was against Big T. A lot of people got him winning, okay. He calls himself the king of band because he battles so much on that, you know, league band, okay. To me, he's very ignorant as a person, okay. He's always taking his shirt off for some reason, and to me that's a little suspect because the BRC is mostly males, probably 97%, okay. When he is battling, so he is fun to watch. Now the bars I feel, and he's a part of the Goonies. The Goonie squad consists of Twerk, Drugs, you know, a slew of other people, and himself, Jack Boy Maine, and some other people. Now the angle I feel he can use against John is the fact that John recently had that domestic violence case against his baby mom, the fact that he's known for stealing. This is John the Don. The fact that John deceived the fans into buying that pay-per-view, that one-off pay-per-view between Tay-Rock versus Bad News, okay. The fact that he was scared, John was scared to allow Jack Boy to jump in that round that he had in the battle against New Jersey Twerk, and also the fact that 2 battlers left John's league. That's the Bullpen League, and those 2 battlers are Chef Treads and Loso. They went to URL. So there's a whole slew of angles that Jack Boy Maine can use. But even though he got all these angles, I still feel like Jack Boy is going to 3-0 his ass, and I hope he do. Alright, so next matchup would be Pat Stay versus Shotgun Suge. Now, Pat Stay is a legend in the game, white boy, but he's a bad battle rapper, very funny. He brings a lot of jokes into his rounds, okay, which are very effective in the ring. He recently battled a rematch he had with Arsenal, okay, that's highly debatable. Arsenal wasn't that disrespectful in that battle, so that battle could go either way. Also, he recently came off with Tay-Rock in London, And surprisingly, he knocked Tay-Rock off his, you know, his square. Okay, he made him upset by the things that Pastor was saying. Okay, and he just does a good job of making his opponents feel so small just off of comedy alone. Okay, which is dangerous. All right, so he also battled on the RBE League against Aver, which he won. He's winning most of his battles. I must say that about Pat Stay. So the angle I feel like Pat Stay can take against Shotgun is the fact that Shotgun has been losing a lot of battles lately. He really has. And possibly fat jokes, you know, because he's a comedian. So I could see him joking about him being big and everything. Now with Suge is a great battle rapper, even though he has been losing a lot lately. But I personally gave him the battle against Chef Trez. Now Suge talks a lot about street life, all right, in the hood. You know, he's like a street battle rapper, a bully. He's known for bullying his opponents and pocket tapping his opponents on stage. And he's famous for "What's your life like? What's your life like?" Okay, so he recently battled Chef Trez off the Resolution card, and he battled Rum Nitty off one of the Volume cards that he lost. Okay, so I feel like the angles he can use against Pat Stay is that Pat Stay do have a lot of racist bars or racist rhymes, you know, and I don't know if this is true, but allegedly Pat Stay was a former crackhead. I don't know if that's a fake personal, okay, but that is an angle that he can use. So I'm still gonna give this battle to Pat Stay. I feel like Pat Stay have a lot of consistency in his battles, and he knows how to win. So I give it to Pat Stay at least 2-1. Next matchup, Arsenal versus Av. Now, Arsenal is a great street crip, long-time legend in the game, the most viewed battle rapper in the game, okay? And I love the fact that he came off his fake-ass retirement, okay? And he's battling the newcomers in the game, which are Geechee Gotti and New Jersey Twerk, okay? And he's really doing his thing. Now, it is a debatable that he got against New Jersey Twerk, okay, but I personally had Twerk winning the first and the third, even though Arsenal had a phenomenal second round that I've seen in a long time, okay, but I still gave that battle to Twerk. Now, the battle he had against Geechee, I feel like he won, and I just want to pat myself on the back, y'all, because the bar for bar breakdown that I did with Arsenal versus Geechee got over 3,000 views, and I only have 800 and some odd subscribers. So for it to get over 3,000 views is very good on my part. I pat myself on the back. Thank you, thank you. So I got him beating Gotti. Okay, I got him beating Gotti 2-1. I feel like he lost to Twerk. I already said that. Now, he did have a debatable recently with Pat Stay. This is a rematch that I'm talking about. Okay, and he beat one of the GOATs on my Mount Rushmore, and that's Loaded Lux. So I still have the highmost respect for Arsenal. Okay, now the angles I feel he could use against Av is that Av keep getting caught stealing bars. Just recently, Av got caught stealing again. Also, the fact that Av is seeing Wing. He's dating Wing, which is Angry Fan's former girlfriend. So I feel like those are good angles that he got against Av. Now, Av, his last battle was with JC, which he won, okay? Av is known for his hard punches, but he just talks so damn fast to me. Sometimes I have a hard time understanding what Av is saying because he talks very, very fast, okay? But he's a part of the Cave Gang, and that's Tay-Rock and them, and Briz Rothstein and them, okay? But he is infamously known for stealing bars. That's a bad reputation he has. But the angles I feel he can use against Ars is the fact that Ars League, which is UW, is not making much noise recently. He doesn't have any battles that he's been dropping or that we've been seeing on his league. Also, Ars did lose to a female battle rapper, that's QB Diamond. And a long time angle that every battle rapper uses is the fact that Ars was shook when he was battling Calico, and Calico mentioned Trick Trick. Actually, when Trick Trick asked Arsenal, you know, if he knew Shotgun Suge. I remember that was the battle that Ars had against Calico. So everybody talk about that and use it as an angle. Okay, but I still feel like Arsenal is going to take it at least 2-1. Ars. I got Ars in that battle. Next matchup, we have Rum Nitty versus K-Shine. Now, so far to me, Rum Nitty is the best puncher in the game in the battle rap community. Okay, he recently just battled T-Top off Resolution card, but I feel it's very debatable. But I personally feel like T-Top did beat him. He won that battle. Okay, he's a certified Crip, known in the streets of LA, okay, and he always have great creative fire-ass bars, always, and he's a part of Team Hami. Now, the angles I feel that Rum Nitty have against K-Shine is how K-Shine shitted on Rex when you know, and he left Dot Mob, okay, and remember he was doing a lot of interviews shitting on Rex, and it was a big thing going on between them. Just to see him hanging out with Rex again, this video footage uploaded on YouTube, on Twitter, even on Instagram, of them walking down the street together like nothing ever happened. So it seemed like they back brothers again. Okay, so that's an angle he can use. Also, the fact that K-Shine was sounding like Twerk in that battle that K-Shine had with Geechee Gotti. A lot of the fans were saying it. Everybody was saying how much K-Shine is starting to sound like Twerk. That's another angle. Last angle is the trainee angle that everybody uses, but there's no proof to it. So it can be a fake angle, even though a lot of people use it. Now with K-Shine is a part of the NWX crew. Okay, he recently battled Tay-Rock off the Resolution card, but I personally feel that Tay-Rock took that battle 2-1. Okay, he also battled Geechee Gotti. They were the runner-ups for the Champion of the Year, but he lost to Geechee Gotti. Okay, but he did have a lot of wins. He won the battle against J Mills, and he won against Ab. All right, so we know K-Shine to be a firecracker, a great battle rapper, good puncher. Okay, he's a firecracker though. So I'm just hoping, and Rum Nitty is. Okay, and they both have that small man's complex. So I'm just hoping that they have mutual respect for each other. I hope no fight or nothing goes down, and that this will be a classic and a good battle. Now, the angle I feel that K-Shine can use against Rum Nitty is a new angle that Rum Nitty works at Walmart. Okay, this is what T-Top had. That's the angle T-Top used in the battle, and it was very effective, very good. Next angle was the fact that Rum Nitty did leave writer's block to join Team Hami. So he could kind of use it to say, oh, you unloyal, such and such and such. All right, so, but I personally think that Nitty will take this battle 2-1. Next matchup, we have Sue Surf versus Geechee Gotti. I'm excited about this battle. Okay, this is the Crip on Crip crime to me. Okay, they have a lot of similarities. They both Crips. They both got shot up. They both did prison time. You know what I'm saying? They both in the gang life, you know? So Surf, I must say, has been focusing more on his mainstream music than even battling. His last battle was over a year ago against Rum Nitty, okay, because last summer he got shot. He was shot up 5 times, and a lot of people in the battle rap community, almost everybody, was so scared that Surf would not make it, okay, but he's a fighter. He pulled through and he actually survived, okay, but he hasn't battled since, all right, so although we still see him, you know, we still see Surf everywhere, even though he hasn't been battling and active in battle rap. We see him in all the events, the Cassidy event. We saw him in the Tay-Rock event against Bad News. We see him in all these interviews, Hip Hop is Real and 15 Minutes of Fame. We see him all the time because he is a part of Gun Titles, all right? So A lot of people got that as a debatable, that, you know, of him versus Rum Nitty, even though I personally got Rum Nitty winning that battle the last 2 rounds. Okay, he has an album out, Sue Surf. His music is doing well. You know, it was #2 on iTunes. He has that album out, and he has great star power. He just has the it factor. So the angle I see that Surf can use against Geechee Gotti is that Gotti lost to a Christian battle rapper. You know, that's the only angle I could see him using against Geechee. He can't really talk about Geechee street life because they both street. They both got so many similarities. You know, now with Geechee Gotti has a good run. He's been having a great run. All right, he won in 2018, Champion of the Year. His raps are mostly struggle rap or pain rap, which is very effective when he's battling on stage. He's from the streets of Compton. He always talk about his gang life. Now, his last battle was with Chess. Before that, he had it with Arsenal, and before that, K-Shine. Okay, and the only battle I got him losing was to Arsenal. All right, so the angle I can see Gotti taking against Sue Surf is that Sue Surf is always getting locked up for gun charges. It's like the his third time, but he hasn't gotten any serious time for it. Okay, so that's an angle. Another angle, never had 3 rounds. Recently, his last few battles, Surf never had a 3rd round. That's another angle. The fact that he lose a lot of battles. Either Surf have debatables or clear loss. You know what I'm saying? He lose a lot of battles. Also, even though I do have Surf clearly beating Hitman Holla, but I do have a debatable with him and Conceited, though. Him and Conceited is debatable to me, but he clearly did beat Hitman Holla. That was a fire battle. All right, and the last angle I could see Geechee using against Surf is that he knows so many like mainstream rappers like Chris Brown and Joe Buttons and even basketball players. He knows so many mainstream artists, but hasn't really been put on yet, like actually been, you know, made it on the radio yet. You know, so I could see that being a good angle that Geechee can take. So who do I think is gonna win? I feel like Geechee Gotti is gonna take it. Geechee is very consistent. Surf, you know, is not too consistent. So I'm gonna give it at least 2-1 in favor of Geechee. Last matchup. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for, a long anticipated grudge match that's been going on for like at least 8 years. Okay, now Loaded Lux. He doesn't battle often, Loaded Lux. He may battle like every other year or maybe once a year. Now, when he do come back, when this word of Loaded Lux coming back to battle rap, it causes like a big thing. Like everybody's talking about it, media is talking about it, the community is in an uproar, you know, for good reason, because everybody is excited about Lux coming. He's basically the GOAT of battle rap, or one of the GOATs. Okay, so he don't even need to promote. You don't never see Lux promoting, but everybody else still promotes for him. Okay, so lately, I must admit though, lately his last 2 battles wasn't that good. His last battle with Arsenal, he lost. He lost that battle. And then before that, he had the rematch with Murder Mook that he lost. Okay? But surprisingly, after the battle, his last battle with Arsenal, he gets on Funkmaster Flex and he do a fire freestyle. This freestyle right now got over 3 million views, y'all. That was such a fire freestyle. He had some banging bars. And I remember seeing his facial expressions were crazy as well. Okay, so he basically redeemed himself, in my opinion, after he had the battle with Arsenal. That's when I remembered who Lux really is, when I saw that Funkmaster Flex freestyle. He spit fire bars. Okay, so I know Lux still got it. I know he still got it. Okay, but the problem is that I'm scared to bet money on it. Okay, being that he's not battling New York this time. Most of the time, you know, he's battling in New York. Okay, this time he's going to be out of town in Houston, Texas. And this is actually fair because both of them are going to be out of their own cities in a neutral town. So now we can see, you know, we know that it's going to be unbiased. The crowd will be unbiased. Now, the angles that I can see Loaded Lux using against Averb is the fact that Verb lost to Gems, okay? And Gems is just a new battle rapper, up and coming battle rapper. Also the fact that Averb have been chasing Lux for so many years, been wanting to battle get Lux, so he could kind of use it to say, oh, you my son, you chasing behind me, you my son, or you sweating me type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And then the third angle, which every other battle rapper use, is that Averb mom is gay, allegedly. I don't know that to be true, okay, because Averb is saying that that's a fake person. Now with Averb, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I miss the wavy Averb, the old wave Averb, the Averb when he battled Math Hoffa, the Averb when he battled Hitman Holla. That's the Averb that I miss. I really want even the Averb that battled Rex. Even though he lost that battle, he was really good. You know what I'm saying? So I just see a difference in Averb's style, even though he's still winning battles, don't get me wrong, and he's still good and he got great material. He's just a little passive to me. Averb's style changed to me. He's a little bit more passive. He's not as aggressive. He don't be walking all over the stage. He don't, you know, he's just not the same in my opinion. But he's still confident. Like I hear he promoted a lot for this battle, even though Loaded Lux didn't. He promoted a lot, talked about it a lot, and he seems so confident and so passionate about beating Loaded Lux. So I'm hoping that he bring the old waves back, the old Averb back. Okay, now he has a whole lot of battles, which he did win a lot, but he also had bad losses, like the loss he had with Gems. You know, that was a really bad loss that tarnished his career and kind of tarnished his reputation as being a good battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he was kind of passive, even though, you know, it's highly debatable in the battle with Twerk, you know, and he was very passive in the battle with Pat Stay. Now, his last battle with Murder Mook, he won. He did great. He won that battle, hands down, no debating, you know, but he still wasn't the same wavy Averb that I'm used to seeing, that I love seeing, that I miss seeing. I just want you back with the waves if you listening, Averb. Now, I was thinking, what angles can Averb take against Loaded Lux? The only thing I could say is that, you know, Loaded Lux, basically he lost a lot of weight, so he could kind of say that maybe he's on some type of drug or something. The fact that he lost the last 2 of his battles. He's only great, you know, in New York. You know, I remember hearing him saying that on one of his interviews, and that he's not the GOAT that everybody, you know, say he is. Okay, but I'm sorry, y'all. It's hard for me to call this battle. I feel like, being that I'm from New York, you know, of course I want Lux to win because he's representing New York, my city. But it's hard for me to bet on Lux because he lost the last 2 battles, even though he redeemed himself on that Funk Master Flex. Now with Verb's been winning his battles. Verb's been pretty consistent lately. But Verb's style changed. He's a little passive. So that's why it's difficult for me to really, you know, give a prediction. Alright, so I just feel like it's going to be 2-1 either way. I feel like it's going to be a classic and just 2-1 either way. I'm sorry, y'all. But I got y'all for tomorrow. Okay, y'all have a good day. Later.